Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let me get straight to it. Capital, the Minister of Fraud. Did you really think that I motherfucking let your ass skate away like that, man? I know you out there somewhere. I know you ran away, you hid, you hiding, or whatever the fuck. You wouldn't even come see me face to face in an intellectual type of conversation, right? But yeah, I still got that issue with you. That shit ain't changed. I told you. Um, Let me first tell the people what's really going on in case they run across your fraudulent motherfucking ass, man. Now, I'm not gonna go too in depth with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to somewhat keep the privacy of that queen, that you manipulated and that you lied to and shit like that. But I allowed you to be able to talk to that queen, man. I allowed you to make that happen. I didn't interfere really too much. I only started to interfere when you started lying and shit, when you was on Bigo talking about you was polygamous and you really wasn't polygamous, and I found out you was really a nigga hiding behind spirituality. Your queen did not understand that at that time. She didn't understand that God gave me that gift to be able to see that unrighteous energy inside individuals and shit like that. So it went down in that kind of way. I knew you was fraudulent from the day I talked to you on the phone. Remember, I got on the phone with you and shit. I got on the phone with you like I was her father, remember? Because I wanted to make sure that I was sending this queen to somewhere righteous and not somewhere unrighteous. You know what I'm saying? And when you got on that phone, all you did was agree to everything I fucking said and shit. And I told her that shit, but she was still persistent. So I was like, look, you're going to have to learn on your own then. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to learn on your own, but I will be there, right? That's what I tell the Qs and shit like that. That queen right there is really no exception to, you know what I'm saying, the laws, you know what I'm saying, of conduct and behavior over here. You know what I'm saying? I let people know what it is, man. If they still want to go on a journey, you still want to go in the woods and get bit by snakes and shit, that's on you. But I will be close by to try to save you if you need me to save your fucking ass. Now let's get to my nonprofit. That nonprofit that me and the Qs created was used to be able to empower, to educate, to provide and protect women in the arts and their children. It was a way of women being able to get in touch with their artistic skills and being able to create empires off of that and everything so they could be self-sufficient in this world. So they could take care of themselves better, so they could take care of their children better. Y'all fucked around and fucking defraud my nonprofit. Now I know when I talked to her about the shit, she was all talking shit about like, oh, you ain't had nothing to do with it. But listen, now, I know you had something to do with that shit. Now check this out. You claim to be a spiritual dude, man. You claim to be a god. You know what I'm saying? So you knew what she was doing. She talked to you about that shit. She didn't do that independent. You was her whole king, right? She was your queen, right? So I know her. So I know she talked to you about what happened. You knew about it, and you did not say anything. You did not in a spiritual male type of way and everything like that. With that type of shit on your soul, you did not look at something she was doing wrong, making a fake ass paperwork and shit, man, to defraud a nonprofit that did not belong to her. Now I put her on as as president, you know what I'm saying? But I did not put her on as president to be able to do some shit behind my fucking back and get loans and shit in a nonprofit's name and then not check with me and let me know do what the fuck you doing and shit. That's my fucking nonprofit. I created that shit. I put her name on it because I gave her a way for her to be able to help herself if possible in a righteous way, not in an unrighteous way. What y'all did was unrighteous. And what y'all did is, you know what I'm saying, over here is considered an act of war, man. You don't go and defraud somebody nonprofit organization and shit like that and think there is no war, no retribution gonna come behind that shit, dude. I ain't one of them out there, man. Now let's get back to it. If you was truly a righteous and spiritual man, you would have looked at that situation and be like, yo, Queen, don't do that shit. That's unrighteous. Don't do that. Let me find a way as a man to be able to get that money for your community instead of you stealing it from somebody else that you say, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't really with like that. See, I go by the behavior and action, right? And And in this world, you're going to be tested. You know what I'm saying? You little ass child. You're going to be tested when you don't even know you're going to be tested. You know what I'm saying? And you let that shit go under your watch. You didn't even correct your queen, right? So to me, you just as guilty. You know how they say like party to a crime on that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you there when a murder is being committed, even though you ain't pulled the trigger, but if a person talks to you about the murder, then you know what I'm saying, get information from you, and you know about that shit, you just as motherfucking guilty, especially over here, man. And what's you know what I'm saying, what pisses me off the most is all that shit your ass was fucking talking about motherfucking you got businesses and all that type of shit. Why the fuck you couldn't get your own nonprofit? Why the fuck you just didn't get your own money and give it to her, dude? Give it to her, dude. She shouldn't even have to be able to come over here to take anything from the queues or anything like that, man, because I trusted her. And she shouldn't have been able to take my EIN number and do anything with it. Y'all supposed to have your own EIN number. Y'all as a union, you were supposed to be able to go and get that money for her to fund anything that she was supposed to be. If you really a king, if you really a god, but you was fucking lying, man. So it's forever with this war, man, until I destroy every single thing that you love and cherish, though. Because I'm going to teach your motherfucking ass. Stop fucking with other people's shit, dude, that don't belong to you, man. That nonprofit. I gave you the queen. I didn't intervene with that. You just didn't do nothing righteous with her. You had her all that time, didn't build her nothing or whatever it may be. That's your business. She the fool for that shit. Now she out here and shit looking for fucking a righteous man and shit like that because she thought you was righteous. You manipulated and lied to her, dog, because you were fucking scumbag. And I knew that shit ahead of time. I knew it ahead of time, man. I knew what it was. I called that shit out a long ass motherfucking time ago from the day I talked to your ass on that phone. Ask her if you don't believe me. Ask her. And you sat there, dude, and let, you know what I'm saying, her pops coming through that motherfucker and on some unrighteous shit, you know what I'm saying, like that. You took that money from T on some unrighteous shit, so you knew what the fuck was going on, man. You was so worried about fucking relationships and fucking that woman and shit like that. You let her motherfucking community get infiltrated by unrighteous motherfuckers, man. Her father wasn't the only one, man. I know more shit than you think I know about your motherfucking ass about what happened and shit, man. Yeah. So I ain't forget. I know you deleted your Instagram, probably got another Instagram or whatever it may be. I don't give a fuck. I know where you at, dude. I know them businesses that you talked about ain't yours, dude. I know about all that shit. Snowbird and them already handled that shit for me, dog. We already been out there to Rochester already. You just didn't even know it, dude. Yeah. That is the situation, man. It's for life, man. It's for life. And my son is the heir of that fucking nonprofit and shit. And y'all fucking ass went over there and shit and made us a fake ass paperwork to get a fucking loan behind my fucking back. And like I said, you watched that shit happen. You got some of the money, so you just as guilty as her, man. I deal with her the way I need to deal with her because she mine. I'm responsible for her, and I know why she fucking did it, because your ass is too motherfucking weak and I'm so much of a fucking liar and shit like that. She couldn't get it from you. She couldn't get it from her own king. She had to come over here to her real fucking king, her real king, and take something from him in order to be able to get something for her community, though. You feel me? So yeah, it's on for life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just addressing this shit, dog, because I'm letting your ass know we still at war. Ain't nothing motherfucking changed because I ain't been talking to your ass for a minute or I ain't got at your ass for a minute or whatever it may be. I'm gonna find your motherfucking ass, dog. I'm gonna find you. It's just a matter of time. She gonna lead me to you. She the bridge. She the bridge to the unrighteous energy for me to destroy. She the bridge. She gonna lead me to you the same way she led me to you all this other motherfucking time, man. Same way she led me to that person, or same way she led me to that person and shit like that, man. You understand? So, yeah. I'll talk to y'all soon.